Okay, we are on to a draft now. So we see our see the packs and we pick them as we see fit. It gives you more control. You have to use less product to do it. It's kind of more fun. A little bit less of a luck thing. Um, so I like Stuffy Doll. It was one of my favorite decks back in the day when it first came out in Time Spiral, I believe it was. Um, it's a fun card. It doesn't put us in any colors. Nothing else here is super great. I think these are pretty good. But yeah, we'll take Stuffy Doll. Alright. So generally I like to in drafts, the first couple picks just kind of take the best card in them and then start figuring out what colors you're going to play later on. Try and get some signals as to what other people are playing. And this is a 4-player draft instead of an 8-player draft. So if there are 2 other players playing like whatever color you're in, it's really bad for you. So I don't know. This is not a terribly great pack. What is the best card here? Giant Scorpion or Wind Drake, probably. Yeah, that one's pretty good too, but it's a little funky. So we'll take the Wind Drake. That's not bad. Alright. Arise from the grave. What is the shade? Usually you're going to be playing 2 colors, so like this is really good in mono, or this is better in mono black, this is better in mono blue. This one's okay, you can keep it in the sideboard, and if your opponent's playing blue, it's not that hard to play. So, alright, what am I going to take? I guess I'll take Rewind. Maybe try and move into blue. Just to keep them out of blue. Ring of Thune is the white ring. This is the black ring. Gives regeneration. What does this do? This is a junk rare, I think. I'm just going to take Fog Bank. It's like wall that never dies, basically, so. Alright, so this is the first pack we opened, and I have no idea what people took. Because I thought these were probably the next 2 best things. That was also a good. Um, I guess I'll take Harbor Bandit. What is that? That's kind of really bad removal, but I'll take Harbor Bandit. Okay. So, probably going into black-blue. So go ahead and cost sort and try and get our curve reasonable on the way up. Uh, yeah. Mana curve is very important in Magic because, generally you're going to, at least for the first 4 or 5 turns, you're going to be going, we have 1 land, then 2, then 3, and 4, and you want to have a good play available on each of those turns. And then you go up into the 5 and 6. You can't be too heavy on that. Okay, so I want the shade. It is kind of card advantage. I don't want to maybe. I wouldn't want to splash for either of these, but let me try and get people out of my colors, I guess. So I'll get rid of Harbor Serpent. I don't know. With that guy though, you kind of almost want people to be playing black or blue, or sorry, you want people to be playing blue so you can do it. Alright, so I can take a ring, spell twine. So I can take an instant or sorcery card from my graveyard and one from my opponent's graveyard, and I get to cast both of them. That seems reasonable. I'm going to take that. That might not do anything for me. It might not. Usually they're going to have something at some point. Alright, so blue is definitely open. I'm going to take... Oh, Essence Scatter. These are all good. I'm going to take the Fairy Invaders. So we're definitely playing kind of a slow control deck. We want to win long term with evasive creatures or flyers and Mr. Unblockable. And maybe him, maybe card advantage do that. Don't know. But we need to work on filling up the lower part of the curve. Choose what I want to take. Could splash into red or to white. I'd try not to splash if I don't have to, but there's nothing in my colors here. There's a very good chance this is going to get cut anyway. Alright, so I'm going to take Naturalize, just as a sideboard type thing. And I'm going to go ahead and hide that because that's almost certainly not going in the main deck. And my colors are also out on this one. So, War Falcon, maybe? Or Krenko's Command. I'll take War Falcon. Also hide that, since we have nothing that can let it attack. Right? It requires a soldier or whatever. Jeez. I'm going to take the ring. Probably not going to play it either. And then hope I get Essence Scatter back on the next pack. Doopy-doo. Essence Scatter of the Essence. Da-da-da. They can't stall that long. The timers are very short here. Okay, as soon as I click the pause button on my recording software, it's going to pop. Oh, no it isn't. I'm going to take the Land Destruction. You can see they've downplayed Land Destruction. Used to be you get that exact same card, it only was called Stone Rain, and it cost 2 colors and 1 red, rather than 3 colors and 1 red. I like Land Destruction more than most people. Especially if you get somebody who's trying to play like 3 or 4 colors. Land Destruction will often wreck them pretty hardcore. So I actually have 2 of them. It automatically hid the other one. Alright, so we'll hide that. So this is an okay start. We need to fill out especially the lower portion of the curve. I think we might not be playing black, but we're definitely playing blue. So maybe white, given the if I see everything. Battle of Wits. I don't think we can play this card. I just don't think we can do it. So Pacifism's excellent removal, especially in Magic, or the Magic 13, the base set. There's not that many activated abilities you want to screw up. Mark of the Vampire is okay. Ravenous Rats is okay. Arctic Aven is very good if you're in those colors, which we might be, we might not be. I'm going to go ahead and take Pacifism. Yeah. It's worth splashing for. if you get any kind of fixing, Terramorphic Expanse or something. Okay, what does this do? Decking. Interesting. Interesting. I like to deck people. And that's probably gonna wheel. Huh. Do we take it? If we don't take it, we're probably taking this. No, probably this Tormented Soul. Probably would be what we take. But you know what? I'm just gonna get silly. I like to deck people. It's a lot easier than limited. We're already kind of a slow deck with a Fog Bank and a Stuffy Doll. So yeah, and this can just take it by itself if I have to get some mana going. All right. Ooh, Sarah Angel Murder. Kind of fun little Wally. All right. So let me show all, and then hide that, because I could play the ring if I moved into white. A Knight or Soldier. I don't have any of those yet, but so I can either take the Murder, which is probably the smart pick, and stay in black and black and blue. You could take Sarah Angel. It's the best white card. Acidic Slime is good in green, but I don't think we're going green. Syrian Spear is always nice, but try to stay away from that. Okay, yeah, we're taking Murder. They're just gonna murder some people. Destroy target creature. Dun dun dun. Wow, Rancor is still in here. Okay. So it's either Divination or Evolving Wilds. Crusader of Odric's good, but we're not really into that sort of thing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, mind you, but we're just not into having like a bajillion creatures right now. Yeah, I'm just going to take Evolving Wilds. Mana fixing's important. Being able to actually cast your spells, important. So I'm going to go ahead and rehide the War Falcons and hide that. So this pack or the next pack where you can see Mind Sculpt again. This is the next pack. Okay, so you take Ravenous Rats. We need on the low end curve. They'll prey up. There's a lot of stuff that's in here. I'm glad. I hope nobody else is in blue. Should at least get one of these two back. So yeah. And it might have been better to take the Arctic Aven. Because I think there's probably a better chance that the Ravenous Rats will come around to us again than the Arctic Aven. But, meh. Who knows? I think the Ravenous Rats is more important to us to get down in the curve. It's bad if you get... There are more rats. Tormented Soul's still in there. Oh, God. And that's the red one. We're not doing that. It's a big green guy. Alright, so take Tormented Soul, I guess. Yeah, I'll take Tormented Soul. And see if that Dark Favor +3/+1 is still available, because you put that on him on they better have some removal. Well, if they do have removal, you lose 2 cards for their 1 card, and you're just very, very sad. Okay, Dark Favor's still in here, so that's probably the pick. Viltrekken and Trancer. Did I miss on the Mind Sculpt? Did somebody actually take the Mind Sculpt? That makes me kind of sad. Alright, so we'll take the Dark Favor and try and drop that on my Tormented Soul. It's also good on Windrake or Fairy Invaders. Something they can't block. Because obviously adding just +1 to their toughness means they're going to be quite liable to deificate. Deificate is the technical term. You could also get corpseified if you're a Joss Whedon. Alright, so we'll take Divination. It's a pretty easy pick. Drawing our cards is important. Okay, so the Arctic Aven came back. There's also Fairy Invaders. I'm going to take the Arctic Aven because I can play it earlier, and we probably are going to be splashing white to some degree. So the lifelink can be very important if we get into a race situation where I'm hitting them for X a turn and they're hitting me for X a turn. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a deck. It's going. So he's probably going to be in the sideboard. I'm going to go ahead and put him in the sideboard. Yeah, someone took that Mind Sculpt. That is strange. Could hate that, or I could just take a bad big guy. I'll just probably take the bad big guy. No. Alright, I'll take him. Probably not going to play him. Spell Twine, we need to get some more. Well, actually, we've got a decent number of targets. Wow. Captain's Call. I'm going to take the Kraken Hatchling. Probably not going to play it, but if we get into some thing where we're up against a really aggressive deck. Okay. Number of creatures or another flyer. Let's take another flyer. I guess people aren't playing white if those 2 cards are still in this deep into this pack. This is just completely unplayable. I'm never going to play Clock of Omens either, but Battle of Wits is completely and totally unplayable in this format. The Red Ring. That's not the worst card, but you really need to pump. Otherwise, you can still use it. Damn it, what am I doing? Hey, I'm going to take a Plains. Okay. Sleep's pretty good. Staff of Nin is probably it. Tricks of the Trade is also good. Essence Drain's good. That's okay. Yeah, a lot of good cards in my colors here. But Staff of Nin is pretty ridiculous. As long as you cast it, you should basically win the game. As long as you can get a couple extra cards off of it. Alright, so there's Encrust. Index is not bad. Another Tormented Soul. Harbor Bandit. Intrepid Hero. That's a pretty good one. But Kite Sail. Ravenous Reddies. I think I'm going to take Index. Just give myself... Oh, wait. No, wait. That doesn't have any kind of card drawing. It's a card disadvantage. Harbor Bandito? Tormented Soul. Oh. I just don't know what to do with myself. I guess I have to take the Harbor Bandit. Okay, so that's that kind of thing. What does this do? Exalted Haste 2/2. Kind of interesting. Island, Swamp, Mountain. Or Tricks of the Trade. I think we take Tricks of the Trade here. Although Gem of Becoming is exactly in our colors. It's so much mana. And we don't have super much on the super top end, so I'll take Tricks of the Trade. Courtly Provocateur is kind of fun. Control, that sort of thing. Duty Bound Dead, maybe? Or Divine Verdict. I guess I'll take Divine Verdict. Yeah. More removal, more targets for Spell Twine, eventually. I really have no idea if Spell Twine's going to be any good, but I'm just going to run it and see what happens. So I can Essence Drain or Sleep. Sleep is pretty ridiculous. Although we don't seem to have that many guys that is going to favor, because we're so much in the air and unblockable type creatures that they're having guys doesn't matter. Or I could Essence Drain. I'm going to Essence Drain. Not sure if that's right or not. And it's another spell I can Spell Time for. So we're probably not going to play the Phyrexian Hulk. Not playing the Kraken. I guess we're playing all these cards. Encrust. So I could take another Tormented Soul or Rats or another Evolving Wilds. Probably another Evolving Wilds, I think. Since we're for sure playing these two white cards. Let me put that in. Yeah, don't want the vanilla 1/1 for one. Even though he's Merfolk. And Merfolk are very, very merry. Yeah. Mana fixing, mana fixing, mana fixing. Start building this. I'm just going to hide those. Okay. So Gem of Becoming came back. Hydra Surge. Vile Rebirth. Not doing that. Alright, I'll take Gem of Becoming. It's 3 for 1 card advantage, basically, so I think I have to take it. Though I really don't want any more 3-drops. I'm super heavy on 3-drops. But they're all, like, good 3-drops. He's okay. He's really good. Drawing cards. Decking. We might not be running this. Because we didn't get anything else with the decking theme. Might just be trying to, like, win by, like, trying to hit them and kill them. So I think everything else is at least very plausibly in the deck. Spell Twine. Okay. So, Courtly Provocateur. God damn it. I'm trying not to get more 3-drops. I don't want to take a Walking Corpse. That's just kind of silly. Yeah. Alright. Provocateur it is. And then, Index, maybe? Alright, we'll take Index. I'm not sure if I'm going to run that or not. Encrust or Rats? I just can't take any more 3-drops. I just can't do it. Rats it is. Rats. Dark Favor is going to do that. Okay, so... Alright, right now I've got 26 spells, and this is going to go straight into the... Alright, so not playing that, just hating it. Hating is taking a spell, or taking a card just because you don't want to play against it. Alright, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to run a light splash unless... Okay. Yeah, we're not going to run that. Might run him. We'll see. We'll see how this shakes out. Not going to run him. So splashing white for Divine Verdict and Pacifism, and that guy too. Lifelink's very, very, very powerful. I guess we have to not run that. Huh. I believe we're going to start building this deck out. Courtly Provocateur we might have to cut. Alright, so Divine Verdict, Pacifism, Spell Twine, I'm just going to force it, see how it works out. Rewind, Tricks, a Windrake, Divination, and then only put one of them in. Murder, Banditos, Dark Favor, Rat Soul, Staff, that, and that. Yeah, we're not going to run those. Okay, so that's not bad, actually. So I think, given the curve we have, we're going to run one more spell. And it's probably not going to be another 3-drop. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that. Oh, Essence Drain. How did I miss Essence Drain? That's silly. That was another Veilboring Ghoul. Veilboring Ghoul isn't great, but you can keep recycling them. And usually with 4 power, they're going to have to trade off something to kill it. Okay, so he's got Flash. Just trying to make sure I have enough targets for Spell Twine to make it worthwhile. So sort by type. There we go. Sorting by type. So these are my targets. I can't do it. I can do Essence Drain, Divination, Divine Verdict. I can't really do because I have to cast that at sorcery speed. Murder, I can do. Rewind, can't really do. And then whatever they have in their deck. So I have 3 things I need to have in the bin, basically, to work it. This I could still use just untap. That's something. This is not ideal. Let me think. Do I have any other... I could run Index, maybe? Index to give it another target. Then what would I cut? I don't want to cut any creatures. I could cut the Courtly Provocateur. And probably cut Courtly Provocateur for Index. It helps smooth things out. I'll just do it. We'll see. Want to keep in mind for sideboarding Harbor Serpent, if I'm playing anyone else in blue, which there almost didn't seem to be, he'd go in and Courtly Provocateur if playing someone else with a lot of flyers, basically. Alright, so that's that. Alright, so and now land, add land, what does it suggest? So I like to usually just dump it in as they suggest it. And let me look at my stats. Okay, so that's pretty good. 10 blue, 10 black colored. And it looks like I'm a little bit more black on the early plays, so I'm going to cut a plains and an island for my 2 evolving wilds. And that looks like a deck to me. Alright, let's see how we do.